My shadows shooting in. I've been picking scars again. I'm done digging through my own mind, soul looking for a clue. I've been crawling on my belly, clearing out what could have been. I've been following in my own confusing, your delusions. Or I hope to cross me over, or I hope to guide me in. I wanna feel the changes coming down. I wanna know what I can hide. My shadow, changes coming from my shadow. My shadow, shivering still. I've been thinking my skin again. I've been crawling on my belly, clearing out what could have been. I've been following in my own chaotic, your delusions. I wanna feel. Yes, man. What's going on? Let's make sure we're on. We are on. What is up, YouTube? On Instagram, we are live on YouTube. We got Bitcoin Cash, one of my favorite coins, has gone motherfucking parabolic. BCH, I've been getting all kinds of text messages. People saying, man, I'm up 2,000, I'm up 5,000, I'm up 25,000. I got a friend that was tickled, man. He was up like $300. He doesn't own a bunch of them, but he's playing with it. Hopefully it sounds okay. Might need to turn it down. I don't want to fuck with the microphone. I'm going to post this. I'm not going to stay on Instagram long. Live on YouTube. I'm going to try to push everybody over to YouTube. Share it with a friend. Most of you motherfuckers ain't got no friends. I'm teasing, man. You guys aren't weirdos like me. I'm going to give you the handle if you're just not too bright. All right, now I'm going to pin this, and then we're going to talk for just a second. Now, if you get my charts, I'm going to post it in there. I know not everybody's playing with these, but I'm going to tell you, well, I podcast as much as I can, as fast as I can. So I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm not trimming any of this. Let me show you why. All right, now. This is at risk, okay? Now you could, let me take this up. You could trim it. I'm going to be honest, I haven't trimmed much. There's a few of these. Look at Bitcoin. Jesus fuck's sake. Let's see.
Here we go. Now, me and some of my friends, I've been telling them I was actually going to start podcasting on Bitcoin Cash because there's not a lot of talk about it. A lot of people don't understand what it is. It was created in 2017, man, August, it's a result of what they call hard fork. This is where motherfuckers who understand cryptology and they're miners. This is where these dudes, let me take this down. This is where these dudes, they start having a disagreement, man. So it was a hard fork from the original Bitcoin blockchain. We're going to talk about some stocks that I like tonight. I'm going to drop Instagram here. I'm using a new streaming software here, so give me just a second. Now, this right here is a weekly chart. Right now, the coin is trading for $498 a coin. And this is the pattern that we trade, right? So if you go back and look on newsletter, and this is the daily chart. This is today, dude. I'm not selling any either. I'm fucking greedy. So we were just buying some right here at 260. We just bought some here at 240. Each one of these stage ones. And like I showed you in my book, that we had this massive accumulation zone here. Pretty much the same price, dude. And then I started thinking, man, if Bitcoin goes into an ETF, there's a lot of dumb people in the world. Bitcoin Cash sounds the same to me. One's $400, one is $62,000. Let me get the Bitcoin Cash. I thought there were people that look at it that simple. So here's the difference. Bitcoin Cash this year was created. They wanted to keep it as a peer-to-peer currency. Like you can buy shit at the store, man. Basically what they were trying to do is get Bitcoin to move faster. Well, Bitcoin has really kind of moved away from the original way that it was created and from being a currency to being more of a store of value. And when the IRS and the government ruled that it's a commodity, now it can no longer be used as a currency because each transaction would result in federal taxation. And so that's a problem that a lot of these coins are running up against when you start talking about trying to use it as a currency. Because if you bought it over here and you try to buy a fucking TV with it up here, cool, they'll take this money and you'll get a TV. But the government looks back and says, hey, bro, that's called right there. That's called fucking trading. And you owe us tax on this. So you would never use that to buy things. You would keep that or sell it and take a gain and then use cash to do your buying, okay? Well, whenever they run into problems on a crypto coin and they have a difference, they call that a hard fork. And often the coins will split. There's more than one Ethereum. They call that a hard fork. Hard fork in the context Bitcoin occurred when there was a permanent split in the blockchain, resulting in two separate versions of the cryptocurrency. This usually happens when there's fundamental change in the protocol rules, such as a change in the consensus mechanism or in the block size limit. When the hard fork occurred, one version of the blockchain follows the old protocol, original Bitcoin, while the other follows the new rules. Holders of the original cryptocurrency sometimes receive some of the old, but that's not how it happened in Bitcoin. And some other countries like it, but I think most people are using this now as Bitcoin. There is only 21 million of these bad boys as well. So interesting. I don't know if anything comes of it. I've bought a chunk of it. I've made a lot of thousands of dollars today. Let me see. What's up, man? Yeah, and as Reese says, see, the old Joe would have said something smart. I'm not going to do that. Now, this is a weekly chart. And I want you to see it. Look where it went to. $1,600 fucking dollars, dude. April of 21. You remember these days? That's when Chris Johnson, where you at, Chris? This when you came on the scene and shit. I know a little before, but this when you start making some money. This run right here. So look at this one. This one's a little lower, and now we're making another one. Shit, we just get up and touch the last one. And you can see it a lot better on YouTube here, man. We're looking at it going from $498 to $1,400, dude. That's a 3X, baby. Now, watch this. We took it to the monthly. In the hey motherfucking day, back in 2017, when your mama was still paying your cell phone bill, and you thought you were smart. Everybody thinks they're smart when they're like fucking 18, 19. Just the dumbest people on earth. But they think they're smart. Look at this. I don't even know what that number is, man. Actually, it's 4,000 something. That's a 10X, baby. I don't know if it does that. Shit, that's why I play this game. That's why I'm playing, man. I don't know what you'd be playing for. Let me see on YouTube if we got any. Hold on.
Take the Breedlove Sailors series. And we're not going to do the 4-hour Lex podcast. I actually put together a new presentation today, and this is my first time that I'm presenting it. And the title is Bitcoin is for Everyone. And I was asked to talk about how Bitcoin's going to impact corporations and individuals, and I get asked a lot about how do governments perceive Bitcoin, and I've spent I spent a lot of my time dealing with corporations, talking to executives, talking to institutional investors, talking to politicians, reading thousands and thousands of pages of government filings. I'm the kind of guy that I will listen to every minute of congressional testimony just so I know what each of the 40 congressmen said or thought. Admittedly, I'll do it on a speed listen, but I will listen because I want to know what they thought. And so what I prepared today is kind of an amalgam of my views on this. And I think this is the perfect audience to present it to. After I finish, I'm sure I'll get a chance to meet some of you, and I'll look forward to getting your feedback. So I'm going to start with a simple observation I think we all understand. To survive, everyone must convert their work into assets.
He said, everyone, this is Michael Saylor's most recent talk here at Atlantis. He's talking about everyone must convert their work into assets. And that's what I've tried to convey. That's what I try to look at it as. This is Cardano. I just want to look at this one, man. We got some nice stages here, man. These things are really flowing. Look at this breakout. RSI is hot, but look over here, man. And then it ran out. See what I'm saying? So we got the RSI, and then it just goes sideways. And that stage 3 becomes a 1. And look, it does it again. And we could stair step this way for the next 2 years, or maybe it's over this week. I don't know, man. I don't know where price is going. I just tell you what I do. It feels incredibly bullish, though. Bitcoin Cash is actually faster for actual transactions. I would like to treat it like silver, though. It's the silver Bitcoin. It's the mini-me, man. Let me have a mini-me, man. Come on, man. Don't take my mini-me. Let's see. So if you're up more than $1,000 in Bitcoin Cash, say something in the comments. We're live. It's one thing about doing things live is it goes a little slower because you're trying to check on yourself. It's one thing about doing things live is it goes a little slower. Here we go. What's up, man? Who's up more than $1,000 in Bitcoin Cash? I know you guys are. I don't even have to ask in Algorand, Cardano, so ADA. Look at these beautiful moves, man. God damn, dude. Look at these. I'm going to show you which ones I've been adding to. Add them. See, these are too far down the road for me to add to. Now listen what Sailor's saying.
That are scarce, desirable, portable, durable, and maintainable. If you're a living creature, you're converting your work into organic energy. We call it fat. Fat's the most scarce, desirable, portable, durable, maintainable asset in the organic world. It might have been demonized, but if you can't generate fat, you're a type 1 diabetic. Life is going to be short and brutal and difficult. You really need to be able to store energy.
Store it, baby.
Now, if you're an individual, a company, a family, a government, you have the same exact challenge and brutal and difficult. You really need to be able to store energy. Now, if you're a...
All right, and that's what assets are, and that's what you've heard me talk about. Kill debt, right? Right out of the money flow, the buckets. Get your buckets right. Figure out how much money you're making. What do you need? What do you don't need? Eliminate things. You get wiser. You get smarter. Do you have the right kind of insurance? Do you actually need that? Do you need that fucking thing? Do you need to go there? Because for a period of time, you need to consolidate, man, energy and money so that you lay a big enough base so that when Adam goes up, it's $1,000 and now it's $1,200, or it's 12,000 and now it's 10,000. Now it's 12,000. The faster it does that, the faster it improves your life. I think Avalanche is still viable here. I'm gonna be honest. Happy. Look at Jess, 1,200 in BCH. And she's a girl. Come on, guys. What's up? Because let's see. Paul, you should have had. Come on, man. Come on, Paul. All right, I added to Avalanche tonight. That is AVAX. I'm playing with an open hand. AVAX. Did anybody share my live? Come on, Money Flow gang. Help me sell a goddamn book, man. What is the problem? I like to sell a book, man. Sell a course. Some of you guys don't even have my Getting Started with Stock Charts course. You gotta have this. Come on, man. Come on. Give me just a second. I'm sharing here on
individual, a company, a family, a government. You have the same exact challenge. Now, we all know Bitcoin is the best asset. You agree? And there is no second best asset. And that is why we are here, right? Because we need an asset. Bitcoin is the best. There is no second best. But why is that the case? Well, let's just start with Bitcoin is digital. And the entire world for the last 5,000 years has lived on analog assets. Real estate, gold, silver, paper, money, bonds, buildings, collectibles.
All right, so this is Michael Saylor's latest talk here at Atlantis. 2024 in Madeira. Bitcoin Cash, US Gold, and Bitcoin Cash exploded. It's up almost 100. Well, yeah, it is 100%. At one point, it was at $530. I've been paying people lately in Bitcoin Cash, and if you haven't noticed, I haven't made any payments in the last couple of weeks because I wanted to keep it. I can't lie. I thought it was about to move, man. So here it is on a weekly chart. We could get up, and if this thing keeps going, we'll see. I'm not selling any though. That's why I wanted to come on here. What is going on, dude? Sorry. And I actually bought some Avalanche, a couple others I bought on here. And we're going to look at some stocks too. This is the money flow. And as you know, with the money flow, I'm trading a fractal pattern. This is a pattern that I didn't come up with this. I kind of picked it up from Stan Weinstein and then a guy named Dr. Elder. And the only thing I did was start kind of using it a little different than they did. And I spent a lot of time trying to understand the business cycle and how stocks cycle in the different sectors and how people, when they start buying what they refer to as defensive stocks like consumer staples and bonds and utilities, and how to use options and all that stuff, man. Swing trading. That's what all this stuff is, man. And you got to have an open mind. And in my opinion, when a lot of this came out in 2017, it was a lot like penny stocks, and it's just gotten better and better. And then you had billionaires come in, and that's when I started to take it serious. Michael Saylor was one such guy because he's not crazy. He's from MIT. And then Kathy, Elon, and it's like, okay, at some point you got to look, because these are very smart people.
Sports teams, livestock, cattle, and bales of tobacco, seashells, and glass beads. Now we have a digital asset. In fact, this is the digital asset. Maybe this is the only digital asset. Now, what is that? What kind of asset is it? Well, you could think of it as digital capital. And we've talked about capitalism. There are hundreds of trillions of dollars of capital. Bitcoin is digital capital. You could also call it property. We have hundreds of trillions of dollars of property in the world. Bitcoin is digital property, something you can own.
That's a hard one for people.
We could also call it wealth.
Yes.
Bitcoin is digital wealth.
Yes.
Analog
Scarcity,
wealth is
digital
when
scarcity.
you own hundreds of acres of land somewhere. We could also call it digital money.
Come on, man.
Money, a medium of exchange, a store of value, a unit of account. But as you see, sometimes when people get when they get focused on money, they immediately go to medium of exchange, and they immediately think about a currency, and they immediately get themselves wrapped around the axle in opposition to the peso or the dollar or the naira, and it becomes a very political discussion. When you come back to think of it as property or wealth, then it becomes much less political. And of course, my favorite, Bitcoin is digital energy.
Yeah.
Now, fat is organic energy. The universe is made up of energy. Matter is static energy. Einstein showed us that when he gave us the E equals MC squared. He said matter is energy, energy is matter. Now, Bitcoin is more than these things. I could go on for a while, but the point of this is not to talk to you about what Bitcoin is. You already know what Bitcoin means to you.
All right, so this is Snapchat. Snapchat had a kind of an earnings that kind of threw off investors. And so what we're in right now, this is a classic stage one distribution. See in price at 11.25. I've marked what could be a couple anchor points depending on when you come in. But this is where price fell. It stopped and it started to go sideways. And that's what I began to look, is that price it's chaos. It's going up, it's going down. It's a lot like your life, man. And sometimes you're killing it, everything's great, and then it's like, fuck, everything goes wrong. And then sometimes you almost go backwards, man. If you've ever heard me talk on my thing, it's like, you got to hold your ground. Don't go backwards. You got to stand your ground sometimes. Sometimes it's just staying right here is okay, And you just play the hand you got. So one thing you might do with some of these coins, not Bitcoin. Bitcoin's fixing to fly, man. Let's pull up Bitcoin on a 1 hour chart. Jesus fuck, dude. Look at this. Bitcoin has worked off this RSI. This is on a 1 hour chart of Bitcoin right now. We got futures accounts. You can get in there and play. You can wait till in the morning and bright and early. You could get in there on BITX, something like that. This thing will probably be running by then. There's some other channels you can play in. I'm gonna put this in the MFG trade ideas. Anything that we're looking at here tonight, if you're on this, okay? So if you subscribe to that. So right here, Bitcoin, if you're in Discord, look at this sideways. So this is what I'm looking for. A lot of times when I talk about a laggard, if we go in and look at, where are we at? Here, let's open another window. Hold on. Come on, Michael.
The real point of this discussion is to talk about what Bitcoin means to the rest of the world. Bitcoin's going to have many types of participants in the future. One set of participants One set of people that are going to be plugged into the Bitcoin network are clearly individuals. There are 8 billion individuals on the planet. What are individuals going to contribute to the Bitcoin network? Right? The individuals bring creativity, they bring clarity, they bring conviction, they bring capability, they bring the conscience to the.
Whoa, he said individuals bring creativity. Sorry, hold on. Bring creativity. I forgot. All right, hold on here.
World. And of course, they are going to hodl. They're going to hold Bitcoin for life, right? Now, how many? Lots, right? Right now, there are hundreds of millions of individuals that have an interest in Bitcoin, one way, shape, or the other. It's going to be billions. It's going to continue to.
All right, so look at this. This is Algorand. Look at this candle we're getting right here on the daily chart. That's a doji reversal candle. RSI price is pushing up against previous high. I mean, this is a look, stage 3, 4, 1, 2. Is that a 3? I mean, it's banging up against, but it did it here too, right? And then it ran again. So yeah, we could easily run again. I guess you have to ask yourself, man, I don't know, man. I think it's too, I feel like it's too early to trim too much. Nothing wrong with taking some off. I don't know, man. I feel like it's too early though. Where did I have, I had something I was going to play for you guys. Wow. It's great when your speakers don't work.
Bitcoin Cash.
Jeez. Come on, man. That's the problem with live, guys.
What is Bitcoin Cash? Bitcoin Cash is a digital cryptocurrency that emerged as a result of a hard fork from the original Bitcoin blockchain in August 2017. The fork was caused by a major disagreement among the Bitcoin community about how to scale the network. Bitcoin Cash supporters argued that the best way to scale the network was to increase the block size, allowing more transactions to be processed. Hence, Bitcoin Cash implemented a larger block size of 8 megabytes, which was increased to 32 megabytes later compared to Bitcoin's 1 megabyte block size. This change allows for a higher number of transactions to be processed in each block, increasing the network's capacity and reducing transaction fees.
All right, so you hear what's going on with Bitcoin Cash. That's what they're trying to do. To me, it's just a little mini-me of Bitcoin. Pushing up, it's gone a lot higher. Do we push anymore? Man, let's drop this down. This is a 1 hour chart. Shit, price still above the 5, man. Look, they look the same here, here. I just let it go. So I haven't trimmed any. This Algorand, I mean, I'd be more apt to take some off of these. Adam has a 10% dividend. I don't know why you'd want to take that off if you have it. Look, though, it's pushing right up against previous high. So if these were stocks, I'd probably be trimming them. But, man, it sure feels like the momentum's there. So I think AVAX is buyable here. We already looked at Bitcoin Cash. Take it down. This is a monthly. Bitcoin Cash could go to $4,000. It did it in 2017. In 2021, it went to $1,200. Fuck it, man. I don't know. Let's see. This here is what is that? A 10-year chart of Bitcoin or 5-year? Oh, I was going to show you guys this and I can't. But this is the timeline. Watch this. I don't know if my cousin's watching this. I got us on here texting each other. And every time that we had a multi-day text and then we go silent, here's it is. I went and filled out it was that chart we were just at for the bit. I'll get to it for the 1 year. Where did I have that? Did I have it up here? Yeah, this one here. So we first texted me and he was asking me about Bitcoin. It was literally right here where I was just starting to buy it again. Stage 4 decline. Right. Hold on. Let me put it back on. Sorry. Right here. So right there, stage 3. This is back in 20 at the end of 2000, all the way in 2001. We had that epic fucking ride. Meme coins, Dogecoin, everything's flying. Fuck, man. We might bust through that. We're going to do that again. Look from here. What was that? 8,000, 9,000, maybe 10,000, and it runs to 60. That's a 5x, right? What did we get to? 17. So what would a 5x of 17 be? This is just me talking off the top. I don't know where it's going. That's 87,000, man. That's another 20,000. Well, that gives these fucking altcoins a lot of room. What is it if you 5x this mofo? Which would probably be more like 6x, 492 times 5. I mean, it's 2,400. That would put it above the last high in 2001. Snapchat, I'll put this in the chart packs. These are anchor points. Classic stage 1 setup. You see a bottom because it was the last candle. You'll see I put little triangles on them. Those are anchor points. I'm looking for 3 to 4 bars, preferably 4 above the 5-day exponential average. If I have previous support there before, I'll say sometimes I'm borrowing. Like if you've seen where it stopped, I might jump in a little sooner as soon as I have an anchor point. Experience on that, right? TSI is rolling over, MACD's, everything's pointing higher. So everything's lined up for that play right there. That's Snapchat. So while we're looking at Snapchat, if you pull up Pinterest, you get pens. Same thing. Pens didn't sell off as much, but look where it stopped, right where it stopped before. Let's pull that up. So we've got some previous sticky zone. And look at this. Look at that doji right there, reversal candle. Look at this one right here. God damn. Look at this one right here. Wow. They'd be throwing them out on this chart. Look at this. Damn. That's just me looking quick. Like, look, right before a breakout point. Right into the stage. Wow, these are anchor points like a bitch. Look at that. You can connect them. Boom. Boom. Let's see. Boom. 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 That's crazy. I won't put all that on there. That's Pinterest. It's set up in a stage 1 also. So those are obviously buyable in my mind. Some other shit I've been looking at. Check this out. Walgreens, I mean, to me, is a go here. This is an accumulation zone, man. Look at this. You can see that. But it's in a box there. But I mean, come on. This thing is worth $30, $33. I think most people have anyway. It's undervalued. It's been a bit, man. If they turn this around, this is a 100-year-old company. They got a good CEO. Stock's been beat up. I don't know, man. I stay in with it. I like it. I stayed with Hanes Brands. I was able to build a pretty decent position. Now it's running. We picked in Hanes Brands here, picked up some in that $3.50 or $3.80 down in here, these obvious stage ones. So these were either tradable, but for me, I was just buying on them. Now, I didn't buy any past all that up in there. You know, does that feel good after such a big drop? No, but once you build up a nice position over a couple of years, if it's a company you believe in, one of these stage three is a big payday for you. Just like right here, you know, we've been building these up for a while. It's a big fucking payday now. If I got out on every little one, you know, I wasn't. I'm position trading Bitcoin Cash, meaning, and so as I look at it, you know, I'm going to the charts to see where, and it should have been as high as 4,000. If the whole sector wants to go, man, let's go.
Grow. And a lot of times, a lot of our education is really focused on the individual, but I think that we can't stop with the individual because these individuals form
CRV, I will
groups,
be selling
families, corporations, governments. They perform nonprofits. They form clubs,
trimming
churches.
It more aggressive. I mean,
there are a lot of ways that
some of these were trades for me.
Individual creativation and aspiration manifests itself. Of course, one of my favorites is families. There's a billion families, about a billion families. And why do families matter? They're the future of humanity. That's why they matter, right? Families bring the compassion. They bring the community. They bring continuity. They bring joy. They bring hope. And if
MFG brings hope. This is another one I'm buying here. Helium. Then I'll get the other one. I'll get off here. I'm buying helium here. Drop this to the 1 hour. So you see this stage one zone here. So I want to buy it. So if if you're so willing to be, if you're watching it closely, you drop down that 1 hour and just all those stage ones, you pick up some, pick up some, pick up some. If you got to, if you're thinking on the daily, it's going higher, which it has been. So this little pullback, that's what we're seeing with these other coins. So that's what I'm betting on there, that they're not going to let me go back. This one is a trade, INJ. I might look to add more for a bigger run. RSI's come down to 59. So this one here is buyable too. I meant to put that on there if it holds.
And a family is just a much more powerful unit than just an individual. Families will hodl. And we're starting to think about families now and how they join the network. But there's a third organization, third type of group, an investment company. This is a set of organizations have not been involved in Bitcoin much for the first 15 years of its existence. But investment companies can be they can be mutual funds, they can be trust funds, they can be exchange traded funds, these ETFs, they can be hedge funds, and they have not trillions, but probably $100 trillion worth of assets floating out there. And they get to decide how those assets will be disposed of and how they'll be situated. And they are actually acting on behalf of families and on behalf of individuals.
Trimming some of this Zcash to fund some of these other deals.
Bitcoin Cash aims to provide fast and low-cost transactions, making it more suitable for everyday use as a digital currency. Its proponents argue that by increasing the block size, Bitcoin Cash can handle a larger volume of transactions, reducing congestion and ensuring quicker confirmation times. Like Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash operates on a decentralized peer-to-peer network, utilizing blockchain technology to record and verify transactions. It utilizes a proof-of-work consensus algorithm with miners competing to solve cryptographic puzzles to add new blocks to the blockchain. Bitcoin Cash has gained adoption among merchants who see it as a viable alternative to traditional payment methods. It offers the potential for borderless transactions, removing the need for intermediaries and reducing transaction fees associated with cross-border transfers. However, Bitcoin Cash has also faced its share of controversy and debates within the crypto community. There have been ongoing discussions about the scalability and long-term viability of increasing the block size, as well as debates regarding the true vision of Bitcoin as outlined in the original white paper. It's important to note that Bitcoin Cash is a separate cryptocurrency from Bitcoin and operates on its own blockchain. While it shares similarities with Bitcoin, such as the proof of work consensus mechanism and the concept of decentralized.
Hope you get the idea there of what it is, man. Go and check up on it. If you're not in it, I would definitely wait on a pullback. If you're in it, man, you got to make that call yourself. I wouldn't sell it. A couple high risk plays that I'm playing with this week. Don't put much money in these. These are risky, and I don't know you, and you're probably slightly disabled, so maybe you shouldn't do this. But Fubu, it's an actual business. It was a small cap. Now it's almost a penny stock. And Bohr is a oil stock. I'm going to try to get in these, assuming they don't pop on Monday. BORR. Okay. Both of them have a sector going up, and they're laggard stocks. And I think when you get like that, when you get FOMO like this, people look for shit that could go up, that has gone up in the past, but isn't going up now. These are the kind of stocks that can do it. There's others out there. You can see Snapchat run. You could see Bohr run. You could see there's a lot of these smaller plays that you could see run. Keep an eye out for them, man. Let me know if you know one with a good chart setup.